welcome to SVG-TV News for Tuesday, 11 September 2018. I'm Yvette Boynes with the details. The government has outlined a number of programs to improve the fisheries sector in SVG. Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves shared this development at last week's sitting of Parliament in response to a question by East Kingston Parliamentary Representative St. Clair Leacock. Leacock wanted to know what plans the government has for fishermen, especially in the area of financing.
Is the government amenable to assist business units formed from a young men across St. Vincent and the Grenadines, starting of course with redemption shops, to A, secure trawlers so that they can become fishers of men, 2, apprenticeship programs for fishermen including Coast Guard assistance so that they can be fast-tracked, and 3, enter into land lease for farmer groups for organic agricultural production. You see why I raised the question of the organic certification, Mr. Speaker.
Idle Hands to Agricultural Input Warehouse. And they have actually sent off some persons, I've been advised. We want to get we want to buy 3 trawlers. They're going to invest $1 million and something. Buy some second-hand trawlers. See if we could get the right type. And we are making an arrangement for training for these fisher folk, because we have to get the bright young men and women to get involved in fishing and farming.
Dr. Gonsalves added that there are also plans to have packaging of fish done on a large scale with the help of international partners.
Plant to package shrimp and lobster and also fish. But first of all, like the snap and the mahi-mahi. And hopefully another phase, we can go into international waters and get tuna and the like, and to package them. Now, this agreement is that these persons are not going to be involved in doing any fishing. They will buy from fisher folk. And we are satisfied that we have enough lobster, conch, and fish.
Dr. Gonsalves noted that the last time his government made funds available for trawler operators, only one person made use of that grant. He is hoping that more fisher folk will take advantage of the new opportunities that the government will soon be offering. Agriculture is seeking to establish an organic production platform locally. This is according to Minister of Agriculture Sabota Caesar during his presentation at the last parliamentary sitting. Minister Caesar said organic farming production is among a number of projects that will be rolled out by November this year. Caesar also said that the Food and Agricultural Organization is to advise his ministry on the use of affordable bioherbicides. He noted that his St. Lucian company is looking to utilize the sargassum seaweed as an organic fertilizer, which his ministry welcomes. Meanwhile, he said plans are underway to have the banana industry strengthened with the help of overseas partners.
In the month of November, we will see the opening of a production plant in Orange Hill for biofertilizer and biopesticides. The St. Vincent and the Grenadines Preservation Fund has assisted in contracting Ceres, a German-based company and a leader in organic certification. Several sessions have been held with farmers. Banana Services Unit, Mr. Speaker, will present to the ministry in 2 weeks, importantly, the study done relating to the control of black leaf spot. The theme, the substitution of aerial spraying with 100% ground team application. There is a company on the ground, Mr. Speaker, and reference was made to this company on several occasions by the Honourable Member for East Kingston, the company working with several banana farmers to address the issue of biofertilizer. We are also in the process, Mr. Speaker, of concluding a full value chain study for organically produced agricultural commodities in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, targeting both local consumption and export.
A fresh approach to build better relations between the police and communities. That's the aim of Assistant Commissioner of Police Nigel Butcher, who told SVG-TV News that the Northwestern and Southwestern divisions of the police force are engaged in a public outreach program designed to do just that. The men and women stationed in the North Leeward area of the mainland began this fresh thrust 3 weeks ago with visits to institutions and attendance at church. He said the police want to get a better grasp of the needs of the people in the communities they serve.
It's all geared towards building a better relationship with the public. We listen to them, we hear their concerns, and try as much as possible to address their concerns. About 2 weeks ago, we attended a church service. Both divisions combined together. About a week before that, we went down to Fitzhughes on the ground, met with persons, spoke with them, interact with them on a one-on-one basis. Apart from that, on a daily basis, we have police officers going about, walking about the district, meeting and interacting with persons. It's all part and parcel of the outreach program.
ASP Butcher said the police recognize the importance of public support in fighting crime. He pointed out that similar programs are being conducted in other divisions with a similar aim that would produce benefits at the national level.
As a matter of fact, I think there are other divisions doing similar activities in their district. As I said before, this is an initiative undertaken by the hierarchy, of course headed by the Commissioner of Police, and it is something that will be undertaken in all the divisions, not just in Northwestern and Southwestern. As a matter of fact, the feedback we've been getting is that this is something that they very much embrace, and they're hoping that we will continue the outreach program. So it has been very good. We on some occasions we were invited into homes where we sat down and chat and interact with persons.
The veteran corps said the importance of the youth cannot be underestimated, and the police will reach out to the various schools to capture the minds of the young ones.
And speak to students, speak to teachers. As you're aware, it's important that we target the young minds, try and mold them and shape them into better individuals for the future. So we have that plan as well. We have another church service coming up soon. And shortly we're going into the village of Rosal to meet with the people there. So it will be an ongoing activity. The police are not just there to make arrests. And that's what we want. That's the message we want to spread. That's the message we want to send the public. We are not just there to make arrests. We are there to interact, socialize, to counsel wherever possible, to be your friend, and to give you whatever support. Making arrests and going to court, we see it as the last resort. Hence the reason for us embarking.
The current spate of crime in SVG has hit a raw nerve for one 18-year-old Bible resident. Khalil Beach Ash is rejecting the lack of employment as a principal factor why people, many of them youth, are engaging in criminal activity. Beach took to Facebook to vent his feelings and share his opinion over the weekend, getting more than 45,000 views. While some are blaming poverty and unemployment for the crime situation, Ash begs to differ, saying that he has lived in poverty, is jobless, but never resorted to crime, and he feels these are excuses which persons use to carry out criminal acts.
I know my situation is not unique. My situation is not unique because I myself know a lot of people who are in worse situation than me. And I know a lot of people who've been in a worse situation than me and who haven't done those things either. I know a lot of people who've been in situations same as me, even better than me, and who done those things. That's why I know it's conscious decision. It's all about the mentality. To me, poverty is one of the best. Poverty is a gift to me because poverty is like a gym for your mentality. Poverty makes you stronger. As long as you decide you want to be stronger, you want to overcome that, your brain will begin automatically reprogramming itself to make you strong and help you to get out of that.
Ash, who is aspiring to become an artist, said that persons need also to stop blaming the government and take responsibility for their actions. He said poverty has spurred him to do better and aspire to do greater things in his life, and he is encouraging others to be grateful.
It's always been my goal since I knew myself consciously. It has always been my goal to see St. Vincent rise. The methods may have changed because at one point in time I wanted to be involved in computer and technology, and now I want to be an artist. The methods may have changed, but the main goal was always the same: to bring attention to St. Vincent, to be great. If you want to be a neuroscientist, you go and you learn those things, you become great at those things, you come back here, you build a hospital, or you practice your medicine here. People would be coming here for medication, and you won't need to go out. People will be coming here, people would recognize you and want to know where you're coming from. They will want to see where you're coming from, and right there we would increase tourism, we would provide opportunities for ourselves and our families. If I want to be an artist, right, I'm going to open an artist and an animation studio. An animation studio is not a one-man thing. An animation studio have to get other animators. You open these businesses, you're providing jobs for you, your family, and those who don't have jobs. Instead, if the government does not do that, we could do that, and the government plays a role in it too, because the government could help us to be more independent.
Ash was accepted to begin college yesterday to pursue studies in arts and design. Following his Facebook post, many persons have offered to help him to pursue his career goals, some even suggesting that he become a motivational speaker.
I've been hearing people telling me that I should become a motivational speaker and I should speak at the schools. I personally am at a stage right now where I do not. Before, I've always wanted to reach out to people like that, but I've always thought that people would have preferred to hear from somebody who looks like they should be heard from. So I wanted to make myself great and do what I have to do first, so that people would be looking at me, so that I could say these things and they would want to hear these things.
Hurricane Isaac has been downgraded to a tropical storm by the Miami-based National Hurricane Center. While this is good news for Vincentians, persons are still being asked to be cautious. Manager of SVG's Meteorological Service, Billy Jeffers, told SVG-TV News this evening that the weather patterns can change, but not for the worse.
5 p.m. the center of Tropical Storm Isaac was located near latitude 15.6 degrees north, longitude 51.3 degrees west, or approximately 670 miles east-northeast of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. The present movement is towards the west, and based on the latest forecast track, the center should pass near or over the island of Dominica early Thursday morning. And this is some 140 or about 150 miles to the north of mainland St. Vincent. At this time, I wish to state that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is not under a tropical storm watch or warning. It was downgraded sometime today. However, based on the forecast from NHC, they expect it to regenerate into a hurricane briefly as it moves closer to the island chain.
Jeffers said that by tomorrow evening they will know whether to issue a warning for a flood watch, especially for the Grenadine Islands in the north.
Sea conditions are forecast to deteriorate, and the Met Service would be forecasting seas to about 11 feet. So by midday tomorrow, we should be issuing a warning for rough seas. In concluding, I want to underscore that St. Vincent and the Grenadines is not under a tropical storm watch or warning. However, we expect showers, gusty winds, and rough seas as Tropical Storm Isaac move across the northern leewards.
There are no plans to reschedule flights into and out of St. Vincent due to tropical storm systems in the region. But the regional airline Liat says that Vincentians traveling to the Northern Caribbean may very well have their travel plans disrupted. That is because the airline begins to adjust its flight schedule from tonight for destinations north of Martinique. Head of Corporate Communications, Siobhan Maloney, told SVG-TV News that the disruptions will be heavier from Thursday.
Well, we will be affected by the passage of Tropical Storm Isaac. From Wednesday evening into Thursday, we do expect some cancellations which will affect the northern part of our network because the storm is going to affect the islands north of St. Lucia. On Thursday, we will not be operating certain flights. Let me firstly say that St. Vincent is not going to be affected directly, so we will operate all our scheduled flights in and out of the Argyle International Airport. What will be affected will be persons who are traveling north, so persons who are going to any of the islands such as Martinique, Dominica, Guadeloupe, Antigua, St. Martin, St. Kitts, Tortola, Puerto Rico will be affected by the storm on Thursday.
Maloney explained further how and where affected passengers can rebook their flights.
Based on these cancellations, we are allowing passengers to rebook their flights to the next available services. They can contact our reservations call center to have this rebooking done free of charge, or they can call their travel agencies who can get this done for them. So our passengers can contact our reservations call center. For more information, they can also check the Liat website, www.liat.com, or check our social media channels, our Facebook page, for more updates as changes come to hand based on Tropical Storm Isaac.
The Miami-based National Hurricane Center, in its latest bulletin, said that hurricane watches had gone into effect for Dominica and the two French islands of Martinique and Guadeloupe, while a tropical storm watch is in effect for Antigua and Barbuda and Montserrat. It said that the storm, which was located at 775 miles east of the Lesser Antilles, had maximum sustained winds of 70 miles per hour. The Retreat Clinic, Vermont, and the Little Eagles Preschool, located in the Vermont Valley, on Monday received a quantity of medical supplies and furniture through the Michael A. Johnson Foundation. Both the staff nurse at the Retreat Clinic, Hattie Johnson, and head of the Little Eagle Preschool, Bianca Peniston, expressed their gratitude for the supplies which they say will be used for the benefit of the people in the area. Marge Foundation is the brainchild of Michael Johnson of Peniston, who now resides in the USA. In a media release, Johnson said the initiative is the second phase in the foundation's program. Also on the agenda are several community outreach projects that are expected to positively impact the Vincentian social sphere.